Welcome back. Welcome back. This is the Maximum Blackness podcast with your midweek conversations. And I am here with OG Smoke and Testa as usual.
Bow, bow, bow. Man down.
I'm so through.
Yeah.
And today our question is on this good hump day is, did Rosa Parks really help Black history, or did she just sit her ass on the bus? And we're also going to touch on Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion's beef that's going on. That good old rap beef. So what you guys think? Rosa Parks helped us? Y'all know she helped us.
I mean, just to even question it like that is so disrespectful. It's like when they was, it's like disrespectful, like as the other topic when we talked about when that woman tried to She tried to set MK house on fire.
Yes.
Martin Luther King house on fire, man. Like, it's just ridiculous shit like that kind of like gets your blood boiling at the same time when you hear shit like this. But I'm not mad, but neither. But I'm not really bothered because it's like she wasn't the only person to do that. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't the only person to stand up, right? You feel me?
No, she wasn't, but she started to get people in her community aware because news didn't travel easy back then. So maybe whoever did it first, well, that was in their little region, and Rosa did it in hers. And now she got the local people aware and got them to start moving too. Because after she did that, it was a big civil rights movement, and they did do marches and stuff. Like her and Martin Luther King walked and marched together.
But you don't think that's kind of crazy though? There's a lot of people
was a
marching
woman.
together. A lot of people marching together. There was a lot of people getting together. There's a lot of bullshit going on.
What was that, Testa?
Because she used her voice. He spoke up on that bus to where it caused attention. And then she's a woman. May have been other people who did it that were probably men. And men was more disobedient back then than a woman would have been. But as a woman and standing up on the bus and using her voice and saying, hey, you know, we should be able to sit at the front of this bus too. That might have been the change we needed, was to speak up, because people didn't have a voice back then. I mean, unless you was doing it.
You're absolutely right.
And getting beat. She got arrested.
Well, when she did that, did you guys know that she had already been the secretary of the local NAACP for 12 years, and she actually founded the Montgomery NAACP Youth Council in the early 1940s. So you guys don't think that's a good contribution that she gave us?
It's a damn good contribution. It's a hell of a good contribution. Nobody's doubting that.
And look at the NAACP today.
She interviewed victims of discriminations and witnesses to lynches. It sounded like she was trying to do some good and at least spreading the word. And
she used her voice.
She let it. I don't know who did it first or where they did it first at. We will look into that and bring that to attention too. But she did inspire some things in the region that she was in our region, okay? In the South. I'm not sure where the first one happened at, okay? So I can't really speak on that. But Rosa Parks, her name is heavily mentioned in the Black history community. So I feel like she didn't just sit her ass on the bus. That was one of the that was probably like the biggest thing she did. Okay, but and you can't even say that's the biggest thing she did because she founded
the most noticeable
NAACP Youth Council. So I feel like that was one of the two biggest things she did. Okay, so she contributed. It just because it's not something that people want to say that it's the biggest contribution. All the small contributions help too, guys. Okay,
they really did. Any small marches they did back then, anytime they had to do council meetings back then, you know, anything helped. Any little thing helped. And I think most times Black people just needed to have a voice.
They
to
did.
Get the ball rolling.
And we do.
And we still do today. And I think that would change a lot of stuff once we have a voice and put action to what we are asking for in the Black community.
Doing.
Correct. But until the action comes with our voices, because we always
need
speak loud.
Come up with other ways other than trying to march in these streets, quite honestly. They take us as jokes every time we form a march and do something. Even if and I ain't gonna say it always turn out bad, but something happens in the midst of marches. We should really start
in the Black community
utilizing our other resources to get our points and to get our stuff done.
Mm-hmm.
Right, guys?
Right.
It's absolutely right. You're absolutely right, but we can't help to do that. We got to deal with our demons first with our community and what's going on, the illness right now of everybody just for self, shooting, killing, looting, and robbing, and trying to get over the next man.
Well,
Until
I
we're able
think
to deal with that and deal with that as a whole, we won't be able to succeed because it's too many of our soldiers being lost on a constant daily basis. Too much people dying. Too many people dying right now, and
Oh, this black on black crime.
but that's a
we're on
lot.
war with
That's a
it
lot what's
ourselves.
going on. That's a lot of part of it. You know, I mean, at the grand scheme and scale of things, it's just a bigger conglomerate than you could even imagine. But it just we need those numbers to be reduced significantly. We can make an impactful change. We need to come together immediately. We can make an immaculate change. It's just until we deal with that first, those problems will only lead to what it is already. What it is. Until we deal with those two, then we'll be able to kind of start the beginning of our defense of the nation, defense of what we've been attacked for a long time right now. And that's really what needs to take place and goes on. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody's nationalized around us except for what they call the black man. It's just what it is. It is what it
And
is.
it's so many factors that has to play a part in changing the community. You know, better jobs, better schools, better resources, better mental health resources to the community
Hmm.
because you know you can do one without the other, but it's only fixing one problem, and the other problem still will follow behind. So, um, I and children would do so much better if they had better school systems, better
Mm-hmm.
opportunities to school systems. And but with that even happening, when they go back home, they also gotta have the support they need from home, even if the parents can't give it to them because a lot of parents are on drugs, alcoholics, don't have time for the kids, or don't know how to give that time for the kids.
Mm-hmm.
And that does not help the situation. And it does, but it does help to have resources in the community to help the parents guide those children.
It
And until you,
definitely does.
That's
yeah,
why
until
it's
you
on
get
us to
that,
build our own. It's on us to come
We
together.
got to do this and get together and definitely start doing our own stuff and getting our stuff together because we are behind, we are lacking, and nobody's going to save us but us. But we all know Rosa Parks contributed to our Black history
No doubt.
in a small big way. If y'all want to see it that way, I know it's funny to say she just sat her ass on the bus, but we got to give respect where it's due, right? So we're gonna give Rosa Parks her flowers, and we're gonna thank her for in Black History Month for doing what she did and doing being the woman that she was, point blank period.
that's what,
So thank you, Rosa Parks.
thank you, Rosa Parks.
Thank you.
Y'all trip me out for real. Now, Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion has been beefing lately. How you guys feel about that?
Then one, give it two, boom, 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 knockout.
I feel like this whole rap beef thing is overrated, and I feel like a lot of it is done for publicity. And I feel like the fact that these two girls are going back and forth at this point, it sets us back a lot. But the fact that Megan released this whole track and it to me it wasn't popping, and to me her lyrics it just wasn't top tier for it to be a diss track. So I feel like she put that out there just because she knew it was gonna get that attention. Rather, like, I think she knows that her rapping isn't as good as where it's gonna be in the future. But right now she's still growing. If you're gonna put out a diss track, then you gotta come really hard with it. And I wasn't feeling that.
Mm.
I need Megan to go back to the streets and get her some more experience and come back to the tracks. But I agree, this was not exactly a diss track, but I do like the song. I do like the lyrics.
Well, that's one person on her side on that song because I don't like the song. The beat was all right. I don't like the song, and I felt like she could have used her energy to do other stuff. And Nicki Minaj, we know she loved throwing shots, but she could be using her energy to do a lot of other stuff too around here, talking about this girl, Mama, and talking about this girl. I think she called her Bigfoot and told her and was talking about her getting shot in her foot, talking about foot fragments and stuff like that.
yeah.
And it's just sad. It's sad to see women bicker like this and in the public where we really are already seen in a bad light.
Yeah.
That doesn't give us good faith going forward. for what's to come in the future.
It really don't. But you know, this is part of the game. Once again, it's the game. It's the rap life, and they should do better as role models. They should.
Hmm
They
But you
are
know
a
they don't
big
feel like
time
they're
role
role
model.
models.
I don't know why. I mean, hello, little girls, look up to y'all.
They
Like
don't care. They feel like that's your child. You shouldn't
Nikki,
let her watch me if you disagree with what I
ain't
got
this
going
the
on.
Barb? Like they need to do better. Megan Thee Stallion, like this Stallion, people, these girls are really looking up to y'all. And
Y'all gotta
instead of
realize
y'all
this
coming
their job.
together
At the end of
saying,
the day, they don't care.
man, they need to show little girls how to build a business or you build a savings account or
Now you know what? That's one thing I do respect about Sierra off of Love and Hip Hop. She does do lives, from what I've seen, where she does have women. She's teaching them how to build their businesses and their stores and stuff like that. Like she's really trying to help young black women, all women, whoever it is that follow her. She's trying to help women and other people start their businesses and get ahead in life. Like she's helped a lot of people so far get their businesses up and running. Like
and
she
that's
has
what their
these systems
platform
and stuff.
should be
Like it
used
was a whole
for.
thing. I was watching it for a little while.
That is exactly why they platform, should to
That's
give
what they
back.
should be there
Like
for, but they don't care.
they don't,
And
and it's
I
sad.
think they get paid not to care. Like celebrities, they get paid to demolish their own
Oh
communities
yeah,
in a way.
oh yeah.
Even when they feel like they give back so
That's why
much
it's
money,
entertainment
if you're
industry.
controlled at the end of the day, you are not able. You're not really giving your all back to your
Mm-mm.
community.
Not at
Yeah,
all.
man, it's definitely control nowadays. But I'm gonna say my piece on it. I wasn't gonna say nothing but the only reason I'm gonna say something because shout out to Mr. Teleferro because I check him out. Been on his stuff a long time, and when he did a lyric breakdown, I mean, she's not only going response to Nicki Minaj. I'm hearing this is transcending the Drake. This is
Oh
still
yeah, she went
transcending
off.
the Tory Lanez. This is still transcending the Baby.
To party,
This
Like
still
her
can be
first.
going out to all.
but
these
nobody's
cats.
responding like that. But Nikki,
Okay,
But
now
she been talking
Drake
about
is
Drake.
trying.
this is what I'm gonna get at that. I feel like Nicki is proved herself as an MC.
Thank
she
you.
She came in the game claiming to be an MC, not just a rapper. So what we have to understand is this will be a good test to see. Now if I was Nicki, I'll go ahead. I'm
Spit
not
a
her. I'm
track.
not stature. I'm not to do anything. But if she's spitting that, you know what I'm saying, she gonna really. This is a time to really submit to get these, as you would say, holes in check.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because if that's
Her
what you go,
sons.
if you're gonna put her down and go ahead. But with these young generation that don't care about lyrics and don't know what lyricism is, we kind of gonna lose to a losing crowd if somebody's trying to just gain momentum off of right now, because ain't nobody really. We get into that era where it's coming back. Is true lyricism coming back?
But
But it's
right
coming back
now.
at such a slow rate that I feel like the shit that Nicki Minaj would say will go over people's heads for years when we dealing with a crowd that's right now. Not trying to figure it out. They want the just snappy bass and snappy
That's what they
hit,
want. The
snappy
fly by.
punchline.
Give me that quick
That's what it
100,000,
is.
whatever it
A quick
is.
snare, nigga talking about
Yeah.
flashing, and this what it is. Talking about we running up money, we put money on shit.
Yeah.
It's just what it is. But it's different when you talking about getting in that ring with the MC.
Yeah, like she really's trying to get in the ring with Nicki Minaj, and I feel like that could go really bad for her, especially if Drake hop on the track. I'm sorry, I love me some Nicki Minaj, but like I said earlier, Drake is just a little bit more of a better rapper than Nicki Minaj to me. And if he hop on the track, I feel like they finna demolish.
When Drake hop on,
Yeah, they
like
finna demolish Megan Thee Stallion. I don't know if Lil Wayne gonna hop on the track just because they're Young Money Cash Money. He
Man.
might just do it just because.
That's
But
about-
you know,
that's one thing. Lil Wayne to get on the track and he won't even diss Megan.
he
Damn,
won't.
he
He
won't
won't
even
run a whole train on him.
He
That's
just gonna
all.
get on the track just because those his two people that he backed up. Those
Mhm.
the kids that he birthed into this rap game.
Yep. But you know, I don't want Meg to think she can't rap. She just got to tighten up. She
I
just
love
tighten
Megan.
up.
I'm a
Yup.
true Megan fan. I love Megan, but when you trying to go toe to toe with somebody that done been, that's like
Out
this
your
is
league.
why- this is like at work. I can't go toe to toe with one of those experienced
But
people
you
at
know,
my job. Like
the
that ain't
problem
gonna happen.
is-
You got to gain this experience and momentum. You got to get up there with the big boys. This take time.
You know, but you made a point, which the problem is, think about it. Who else right now, Megan Thee Stallion generation, like age-wise, at least within the next 5-year gap, who is in her age range, generation, and rapping at her level? Like, answer that question.
I mean,
Everybody else
Megan
older than her.
I mean, we got other artists that are independent that's rapping way harder than Megan. Megan is a good rapper, but I listen to a lot of female rap artists that rap harder.
But
than
I mean, like, actually got spotlight. Like, actually, as big as.
They do have spotlight. Independent artists have spotlight. That's the spotlight that they make on their own platforms. Just because you don't see it being pushed on TV, because they got to see the people that you with these labels. They got a label behind them pushing them on TV.
And that's my point.
When
who is labeled?
You do it. Who is labeled? That's gonna do it. I mean, is Rennie Rucci? Is she labeled? She can kind of go toe to toe with me.
I can hear independent artists. I love independent.
On a real level. Like, she's not on a really big level at this point. Like, her and Cardi B can still go head and head.
There you go. I take that. That's why they do it together, because they neck and neck. I don't think that's a good idea either, because once again, everybody in their own lane. It's just about the level that you are on.
Well, I listen to neither, so that's out of my lane.
But it's a lot of other independent artists that's going. Like Erica Banks, she goes real hard.
Independent artists, yes.
Oh my gosh, I can't, because that's why I didn't want to start naming people, because when you start trying to think of names, that shit don't come to you as fast as you want to. Like, it's so many people, so many female rappers that are out now that deserve to be pushed on a label that don't get it. They don't want those people.
Who I'm starting to get?
Who?
I want her to change a little bit of her sound. And I don't mean like...
She's real good too.
I like Scarlett, but... I just don't like that. It sounds like some of her music flows together.
I'm gonna have to check out.
But I like Scarlett. I can't wait to see what she's gonna be at in the future, because I like that gangster in her. I like that, and she ain't even really gangster. It's just she got that gangster in her, and I like her sound. I want to see where she end up at, because she ain't speaking of booty shaking all the time, none of that. I hope they don't even turn her into that. I want to hear Scarlett in the future.
Well, keep following her. I'm gonna look up so I can see who Scarlett is and see if I can put her on my roster of female rappers. But it's just sad and it's tragic that these women are doing this out in the public. And I just wanted to touch on that for our little midweek conversation, because we could just be doing better things at this point in our life. And I think it'll be better if we can get all the rappers on the same page, and they can make more money together by rapping together rather than doing. But you know what? Like I said, they probably make a lot of money off of this publicity. So it is what it is. True. But I want everybody to go and like and subscribe to our midweek conversations. Hopefully we informed you and entertained you. Mm-hmm. Do my co-hosts have anything they want to go out with?
If y'all want to hear all three of us make a rap song, put it in the comments. I'm just kidding.
That sounded like a 50%, like a 50-50 kid.
We might drop some shit.
We might just drop something for you. You know, we are very creative, and we all consider ourselves artists.
As a game.
So we might just drop y'all something fire on the audio tip in a little while.
We ain't gonna make no promises about rap, Just
but don't be bringing up fire flames in our guests and our fans. They might be really like, yeah, see what you got. But don't forget to like and subscribe to us, and we are gonna see you on Friday for your regular Maximum Blackness podcast. And I hope you guys have a great hump day.
Hump.